We're a matchmaker, yes.
And so talk to me about, so do you have an agency or...?
Yes, my agency is called Sara Eden. We've got offices in Windsor and Pall Mall, and people come along to see us. They're all financially secure. They're all ultimately looking for a partner. It doesn't have to be marriage. The busy age groups for us are 50s, 60s and 70s. We do have younger people, obviously, but they're really busy age groups for us. And they're interviewed, we supply 3 films of ID, and then if we think we can help them, we'll make a selection of, ask them to sign a confidentiality contract, then make a selection of profiles we think are suitable for them. They select who they want to meet, and then we work with them to meet those people and hopefully find true love.
Wow, you see, now there are a lot of people who are probably interested in that sort of service because obviously if you're quite a public figure you can't go online and do the dating.
Exactly.
There'll be somebody who wants to kill me. I'll pretend I like her.
That's right. And recently we've run the best bespoke matchmaking agency for the 2nd year running.
Have you?
Wow. Yes. And it was only... The award only came out a couple of years ago, so that's really good.
That is very, very good, isn't it? So what would you say is the right sort of... When you see... What do you think when you see the couples? What do you look for when you are matchmaking them?
Oh, gosh, lots of things. You just get a gut feeling as well, but we're going to background, we're going to sort of things they want out of life. Similar types tend to get on. You don't have to have necessarily similar interests, 'cause sometimes it's quite nice to have a different interest, isn't it, you know? But you just get a feeling. My staff are fantastic and they just know how to matchmake, if that makes sense.
Yeah. And that's the thing, where do you think people go wrong with this dating thing? Where do you think, in your view? I mean, I'm presuming you're happily married?
Well, I'm getting married.
You're getting married?
Yes, in Japan next year.
How exciting.
I'm really excited, really excited. Only met him 18 months ago.
Really? That's
Whirlwind
quite quick.
romance.
Oh. Can you say how you met him?
We just met at a party.
Yes.
Yeah, and I just kind of knew. You know when you know, right?
Yeah.
That's what they say. And I just knew.
When you can laugh together and sit in silence and you just feel comfortable and calm with that person.
And I'd looked for a long time. I mean, I'm 60 now.
You look amazing.
I know, she does, doesn't she? I said that.
And I just thought, oh, will it ever happen for me? You know, I've been marrying people for nearly 28 years. So, you know, I did wonder, but yes, now it's happening. I'm excited.
So very exciting. And for you, what do you think then, in with regard to the worst sort of aspects of, you know, when you're putting people together, what do you try and avoid? What should people avoid, especially in their profiles and things like that?
Politics.
Oh, yeah. That's not going to work. That's why I'm single. That's what it is.
Too much about politics.
Yeah.
And too much about... You mustn't talk about your exes too much. I mean, we all have pasts, don't we? You know, but don't sort of talk immediately if you go on a date about your ex. That can be really off-putting because you need to get over that person. And you need to give the person you're meeting a chance to get to know you. So you just need to have an open conversation. Don't interrogate somebody either. You know, sometimes if somebody's really nervous, this happens more with men than women actually, if they're really quite nervous, they'll go into it a bit like a job interview. That's not a good idea.
Is it? They interrogate the woman?
A little bit, yes.
Do they?
But we give guidance anyway, but most of our members don't really need guidance because they're all clever, sensible, professional, retired professional people.
Yeah, I suppose the interrogation is important, though. I'm probably the one that's interrogated. But then you get some men who just start talking about themselves for way too long. I mean, I've had that where I've gone on a date. So do you want to know anything about me, or are we going to just carry on talking about you?
Yeah, that's a no-no, isn't it? That's a big turn-off.
It's terrible, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like one guy I was on a date with, I had to say, "What do you know about me?"
What did he say?
I said, where was I born? He knew that one. So what's my favourite colour? He didn't know that.
No. I suppose he could be forgiven for that, couldn't he?
No, not really. I mean, you know, like within a few moments if I'm with someone, I'll be chatting, what's their favourite colour, what kind of music they like, about their lives, what do you know about that person, you know, and you want to find out about someone, but if you spend all your time flapping your gums talking about yourself, it's never going to happen. You know who you are.
Let's hope he's watching.
He will be as well. Oh, well, never mind. You've got to sometimes get the message across to people, and perhaps he'll learn maybe for the next one.
Exactly.
Or if perhaps he acts more interested in me, then I might tell him more.
You've got to keep an open mind for people as well, you know? Yeah, as I said, you've got to get to know that person, keep an open mind. Don't have an ideal in your mind, because you'll probably end up with not the person you thought you'd end up with, but somebody that's slightly different.
Exactly. For me, I think consistency is important. So the way it starts, I expect it to carry on the same. So, you know, the phone calls, you know, if they buy flowers, well, then carry on buying me flowers, which he does, by the way. So I wanted consistency because it can start great and then kind of, you know, after a few months, it wanes.
Yeah,
But he didn't.
That's very sensible.
Yeah.
Well, that's very sensible of him if he wants to keep you, and I think a lot of men should know that. But also, there's women as well. Women need to not act too desperate when a man sort of. You've got to be a bit more.
Absolutely, absolutely. Of course, you have. Yes, definitely. And we find sometimes it's women who. They're desperate to replace somebody to find somebody else. That's why we try to sort them out at Sara Eden. We try to, if we think they're too desperate, we'll say, look, just go away for a little while and have a think and relax. Because if you're desperate, you breathe desperation into your life, and it's not good. So you have to be relaxed and open to meeting people.
And I was going to ask you with regard to ages of people that you matchmake, because some people watching this, some of us are a lot older, some of us are a lot younger, but I know you mentioned that actually it's people in their 50s and 60s that you tend to work with. Is that right?
We work with younger people too, but the really busy age groups for us are 50s, 60s, 70s, and even into the 80s.
You see?
Yeah,
and that's over, is it?
That's exactly, no. And I think COVID has made people think about the future too.
Yeah.
In fact, we had it's on our website, a lovely letter from one of our 78-year-old members, and his wife had passed away a few years ago, three years ago, I think. And he wrote us an email saying how, you know, he was looking forward to meeting somebody who he could go on holidays with, and he sent us a follow-up email saying, I found her now, thank you so much, Sara Eden. Our families have met. We're looking forward to spending lots of time together and sharing our 5-star holidays. They're both widows, so they both can understand, you know, so it's just lovely.
Oh, it's lovely. And Cynthia, what's next for you? Are you doing another series of Married at First Sight?
Well, I did. I was part of the Love is Blind.
Okay.
So that was good. I don't know what's going to happen next. I'll carry on marrying people. You know, and making people happy. That's what I love to do. I can't imagine myself doing anything else.
We like doing that, don't we?
Yeah, we do. And you know, people say, oh, it's corny, or, you know, you've married thousands and thousands, you must be bored, or something. No, each couple's different to me. And, yeah, I love it. Yeah.
Well, we shall keep our eyes out for you, Cynthia Green, and also you, Karen Mooney. Karen, if people want to find out more about your dating agency, because I think there might be quite a few viewers who are thinking, oh, I'm looking for love. Where do they need to go?
Website, www.sara-eden.co.uk.
Okay.
SaraEden.co.uk.
Well, thank you very much both for joining me. Really good to talk to you. Thank you so much.
Lovely speaking with you,
sharing
Nana.
your thoughts and experiences. I'm sure our viewers will love this.